Hello, welcome. My name is Amy, and this class is yoga with weights. So you will want to get set up with a couple set of light dumbbells. I have 3 pounds that I'm using today. Also, if you have yoga blocks, it's helpful to have those as well. And we're going to start in child's pose. So let's come onto our mat. And we'll take a wide-legged child's pose. So bring your knees about mat width apart, big toes to touch. And just start to sink your hips down towards your heels. Walk your arms long in front of you. Forehead comes all the way to the mat. And start just by being in this posture. Send the hips down towards the heels. Find a bit of length in your spine. Relax your head and your shoulders. And just start by taking a couple of deep breaths in and out through your nose. Inviting yourself into the space. As we become a little more present, we begin to let go of anything that came before, and even letting go of anything that needs to be done later, and just taking this time for yourself. One more breath in and a breath out. Let's take some side bends, so lift your head off the mat. Begin to walk your arms and your hands over to the side. Little C curve, and stretch the waist and the side. Take 2 more breaths. And then we'll gently begin to bring it back to center. Let's walk the arms and the hands the other way. And sink that opposite hip down towards the heels. Little stretch in the side of the waist, and breathe. One more breath in and out. And let's walk the arms and the hands back to center, lift up the head. And we'll come onto our hands and to our knees. Let's find our tabletop pose. Bring your hands so that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, shoulder width apart. Knees are hip width apart, right underneath your hips. Let's do some cat-cows. We'll warm up the back and the spine. On your inhale, let the belly come down and the chest starts to lift. The gaze maybe looks up. And then press evenly through your hands and reverse that tuck tailbone in, rounding it up to your cat. And then lead breath with movement as you inhale. Come to your cow, let the belly drop, chest lifts, and exhale, round and tuck it in. Let's do 3 more rounds of cat-cow. Make this yours, so if you are feeling called to move any way, maybe you want to rock a little side to side, up in your cat, round it up, or move the hips side to side, just whatever you are being called to do. Now is your time. Just listen to your body and what it is asking of you now and throughout your entire practice. Being mindful, only doing what feels best for you. And let's take 1 more round. And we'll find a neutral posture. So bring navel into spine, so draw your belly button in. Take a weight. This is an option. You can use weights here, so have a weight on your left side. Extend your right leg back. We're going to take bird dog with the weight in the hand. So first, square your hips to the front of the mat. Draw your navel in to really activate your core. That will help with your balance. Reach your left arm forward. Extend your right leg back. And then we inhale, lift up the arm, lift up the leg. And we're going to add a tuck. So bring elbow to knee, round it in. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale, round and tuck. You have an option always to do this without the weight. So feel free to drop that weight down at any time. You can let the weight go. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, reach. And exhale, hand and knee down. All right, other side. Let's extend the left leg back. Okay, and find your posture. So wrist or shoulder over the wrist on the left hand. Spread the fingers wide. All right, now lift up the arm, lift up the leg, and then we round and tuck it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and tuck. For 2, for 3, inhale, 4, inhale, and 5. One more inhale. Bring that weight down, the hand and the knee down. Let's take a child's pose, sink it back. Reach your arms forward, forehead to the mat. Deep breath in, and a full, complete breath out. One more breath. Now walk your hands so that they're about shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide. Press down through the palms of your hands. We're going to slowly make our way up to a downward facing dog. Let's bring those knees in to hip width apart. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees off the mat and start to send the hips up towards the ceiling. Now, this first downward facing, you're welcome to keep your knees nice and soft and bent. That way we can work more on the elongation of the spine. Sending the head down towards the floor and the chest towards the thighs. Breathe. One more breath. Now from here, let's lift up the heels a little higher off the mat and then lower them back down. So we lift and we lower. We lift for 3 and lower, for 2 and lower, and last one and lower. On the exhale, let's walk the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward fold. Uttanasana. Let's hang down, let everything go, shaking out the head and the neck. Relax the arms, the upper body. Hinging down. Take a breath in and a breath out. And let's go ahead now. Begin to rise up, stacking your vertebra as you come up. Let your head come up last. Take your time, no rush. We'll come into a mountain pose. When you arrive, go ahead and take the shoulders up towards the ears, back and down. One more time, inhale and exhale. All right, take the feet about hip width apart. Come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet are parallel in front of you. Think of rolling your inner thighs back and your glutes down towards your heels. Lift up your chest. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Mountain pose, take a couple of breaths. So we will do a few rounds of Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Wonderful to do to warm up the body and the mind. We move with our breath, inviting in some vitality into our bodies. Take another breath in and a breath out. All right, on your next inhale, let's reach those arms out, around and up. Take a high mountain pose. As you exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. As you inhale, lift halfway, bring the chest up. On your exhale, come down, plant your hands now. Let's step it back. This first time through, let's softly bring the knees down. Shift your chest forward so that your shoulders are over your wrists. Draw navel to spine. Keep that core nice and strong as you bend the elbows to chaturanga. Take the tops of your feet on the mat now. Hug your inner thighs in and firm your belly. Inhale, lift up your chest, baby cobra. And exhale, tuck those toes. Press onto the knees and bring the knees up. Shift those hips up towards the ceiling. Find your downward facing dog. Think of spreading the fingers nice and wide to find the palms of your hands. Soften your neck and your shoulders. One more breath in and a breath out. On that next exhale, look towards your hands and walk your feet forward into your forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Relax down, exhale, let the head come down. On an inhale, come all the way up. Circle sweep those arms high. Let's do 2 more rounds. Exhale, fold, move with your breath. Halfway lift on the inhale. On the exhale, plant the hands and step it back. Let's stay in a plank. Shift the chest forward, Chaturanga Dandasana, come down. Tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale to baby cobra. And exhale, let's tuck those toes. Plank to down dog. Shift the hips up. Reconnect with your breath. And take 2 more cycles of breath. Engage your core, keep the belly nice and firm. As you exhale, walk the feet towards the hands. Halfway lift on the inhale. Relax down, exhale, fold. Come on up, inhale. Take your high mountain. Release it now, exhale. Let's take 1 more round, Surya Namaskar A. Move with your breath, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, let's step it back. Chaturanga Dandasana, come down. This time you can take your upward facing dog, press into your hands, engage the core, come off your shins and your thighs. Inhale. And tuck those toes, firm the belly, exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Reconnect with your breath. Let's walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Fold, exhale. And let's come all the way up. On the inhale, reach your arms up. Bring your hands to heart center. Find your moment here. Reconnect with your breath. All right, let's find our Tadasana mountain pose at the front part of the mat. As you inhale, let's take chair pose, Utkatasana. So bend the knees, legs are nice and tight in towards one another. Send those hips back, reach the arms forward. Now the arms can come shoulder height, or you can take them next to your ears. Keep sending the hips back. Press down through your heels of your feet. 1 more breath in and a breath out. And exhale, forward fold. Have your weights. Bend your knees. Pick your weights up as you come up. Inhale, press your weights up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. And as you exhale, forward fold with the weights in your hands. Send the weight into your left foot. Pick up your right leg, step it back 3 to 4 feet behind you. Separate your legs so they're about hip width apart. Gently bring that right knee down and come up. Inhale, punch those weights high. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale to punch them high. Exhale to bring them down. Now you have an option to stay right like this in your low lunge, or if you would like, you can lift up that back knee, come into a high lunge. Inhale, and then we drop it down, and we come up. We pulse down and up. So as you come down with that knee, we press those weights up as we come up. Shoulder, press up. Weights down and up. One more time. Down and up. And bring it down all the way. Take your weights down. Plant your hands. Lift up that back leg, back knee. Step the front foot to the back. And we'll find a plank position. Come down to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. If you need child's pose, feel free to take it. When we're in our when we're in down dog, if you need to, feel free to take child's. And exhale, walk the feet towards the hands. Halfway lift on that inhale. And exhale to fold. Again, we grab our weights, come up. Be mindful as you come up with the weights in your hands. Just bend the knees, soften, and take those weights up. All right, inhale, reach the arms up. Take a high mountain pose. And exhale down. Okay, shift the weight into your right foot, step back with your left, and bring that left leg down. Come into a low lunge, take your weights with you. And again, we can separate the legs about hip width apart. Bring your waist up to your shoulders, and we do a shoulder press for 12. And again, if you would like to take the version of your low lunge or into high lunge, we can tuck that back foot, press into the feet, straighten that back leg, inhale to come up, and then we do little pulses down. Let's do 5 more. For 3, for 2, last one. Beautiful, bring that knee down. Set those weights down, take a vinyasa or child's pose. You choose. Inhale. We'll all meet in down dog, or like I say, child's if you need it. 3 breaths. On the exhale, look towards your hands, walk your feet towards your hands. Grab those weights. We're coming up again with our weights in our hands. Come into Tadasana, mountain pose. On an inhale, punch those weights up. Hold and breathe. One more breath in and a breath out. And bring the weights to your side. Now, from here, we're going to take a chair pose with a tricep kickback. Bring your legs close in, hug them in, and bend the knees. Sink your heels down into the mat. Draw those weights up to your hip crease, and we bring the forearms back. Keep the core tight, so draw navel into spine. Keep that chest nice and lifted. And breathe. Let's do 5 more. Nice work. Woo. Okay, let me know if you're doing this with me. Let me know how it goes. I love to hear. Okay, for 3 and 2. Last one. And inhale, punch those weights high. And exhale, let's take a fold. Bring your hands down. Woo. Step it back. Let's come into a high plank. Let's shift forward. So bring your shoulders over your wrists. Spread those hands and fingers wide. Hold here. Now, from here, lift your right leg up and down. Left leg up and down. Little leg lifts. Lift, lower. Lift, and lower. 3 more. Lift and lower. For 2, lower. Last one. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Knees down. Sink your hips back to child's pose. Reconnect with your breath. Okay, we have a little more core work to do in our plank. So let's go ahead and come back up. Bring your forearms down, interlace your fingers, and shift forward. So this, you have an option. You can take this on your knees. Draw navel in to spine to activate your midline. Hold here. Forearm plank. Adding a hip dip. We drop the right hip down. We come to center. Left hip goes down. Center, right, center, left, and center, right, center, and left. Woo. Knees down. Child's pose. Hello. Breathe. Come back up one more time. We've got one more plank variation for our core. We're firing it up now. Okay, now again, come back up now. We're going to take step outs. So let's take the one leg to the side and the other and the other. So we take step out, back to center, out, center, out, center, out. One more on each side. Let's do this. Woo! Feeling it. All right, knees down. And let's come on down. Child's pose. Take 3 breaths. Relax your shoulders. Let's take a tricep stretch. Bring your palms together. Take your hands over your head. A little stretch in the triceps. Re-extend your arms. Come onto your hands and knees. Tabletop pose. Let's do a few cat-cows. Inhale. And exhale, round it up. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more, inhale. Exhale. All right, let's turn around and come onto our backs. And we'll come all the way down. And just once you arrive, your knees are bent. And once you arrive, do a couple tilts of the pelvis. forward and back. So get rid of the space in your low back. Let's do 3 more. And start to cool it down now. Check in with your body. All right. We'll take reclined pigeon. Lift up your right leg, cross it up over your left. A nice stretch in this outer glute and hip. Begin to slow your breath. You're welcome to stay like this, or you do have an option. You can lift up that left leg and grab behind your left thigh. Make a little basket with your hands. We can flex and point the toes. Roll out the ankles. One more breath. Release that now. Go ahead and bring the feet back down. Let's do the other side. Cross the left leg over the right. And we breathe. Maybe the eyes close. Feel free to lift up that right leg, grab back behind, flex and point the toes and the feet, ankle rolls. Let's take one more breath. Sigh it out the mouth. And release that now. Draw both knees into the chest. Let's take supine spinal twist. So take that right knee, hold it on with your hands to the shin. Straighten and extend your left leg all the way down to the mat. And bring your left hand to the outer edge of your right knee. Right arm can come out to a T. We inhale, and as we exhale, start to guide your right knee over towards the left. Option is to bring the right ear down towards the right shoulder and the gaze over towards the right fingertips. Begin to slow the breath. Let's slowly begin to bring that knee back to center and take the other knee and hug it in. Wrap your hands around your shins. Again, you can give yourself a little squeeze, a little wind pose, rock a little side to side. And then we do the other side. Let's straighten and extend that right leg all the way down. And keep that left knee bent, left arm out to the side, and start to guide your left knee over to the right. Supine spinal twist. These are so nice to do for not only our spinal health and our back, but also our digestion. So twisting poses are great for a detox effect. You can imagine wringing your internal organs, or like you do when you wring a wet towel. Just getting some oxygen into your internal organs. All right, let's take another breath here in, out. On that inhale, let's bring our knees back up to center. Take your time and hug it in. Take bridge pose. Now if you have a block, let's grab a block here. If you don't, that's all right too. And we'll take, you can even use a book if you don't have a block, just for a little bit of height. Now press into your feet. Walk your feet so that your heels are close in towards your glutes. And then press down through your feet, and as you inhale, lift up your hips and slide the block underneath your sacrum, your sacral area. So it's not in your it's not in your lumbar spine, it's a little lower than that, more towards your tailbone. Let's take a supported bridge. And just take a moment to connect with your breath and relax down on the support of your block. And if you're comfortable doing so, you can also just close your eyes down for a few moments. One more breath. And let's go ahead now and bring our feet up and legs all the way up. This is a version of Sarvangasana, or shoulder stand. This version is nice and supported, and still getting the same effects of having your legs up and calming down the nervous system in this posture. And allowing the blood to flow in a different way. We spend so much time on our feet, so allowing them to rest in this kind of posture is really nice, calming. And take another breath. In and out. Let's rebend the knees, bring the feet down towards the mat, and place them on the mat. Press into your feet, lift up your hips, remove the block if you have used that, and slowly come down. Slowly draw the knees into the chest and hug it into wind pose. Rock a little side to side. Let's transition into a happy baby. So you can take your hands either behind your legs. You can wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. Let your knees drop down. And hands can come onto the ankles or shins as well. There's different versions here. So take what feels best for you. You can even take a hold of the bottoms of your feet with your hands. Wherever you're at, let's breathe and just take a moment. And slowly begin to bring the knees back in, hug it in. And we'll transition into a Shavasana. So make your way down to your mat, bring your feet down, extend your legs out long. Bring your arms alongside your body with your palms facing up. Once you arrive, give yourself a moment. Take the deepest breath, nice deep breath in, maybe the deepest breath you've taken all day. And as you exhale, sigh and release any residual tension or tightness in your body, and just start to let it go. Give yourself this time of integration, and our Shavasanas are beautifully designed to give us the much needed space to take in everything that we did, our mind and body. So don't skip the Shavasana. tempted. Life is busy enough, so you deserve this time to rest and relax. Give it to yourself. Continue to rest. I will mind the time. We'll be here for just a few more moments. I'll hold a space of quiet, and when you hear my voice again, may you feel comforted to come back to your space, your surroundings. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. And we start to release our Shavasana by gently wiggling our physical body, wiggling our toes, wiggling our fingers, and maybe rolling out the wrists, the ankles, moving the feet a little bit. Just gently reawakening the physical body. And it might feel kind of nice to reach your arms up overhead. Take a nice long body stretch. Maybe take a sigh or a yawn. Let's take the knees and we'll rebend the knees. And slowly and gently bring the knees back into your chest and hug it in. A little ball. Nice and tight. And then start to roll yourself, stay curled up in this nice little fetal pose for a moment or two, neck longer. And take your left hand down onto the floor. Use that to press yourself up. Take your time, be gentle to come to a comfortable seat. And we'll end our practice in Virasana, hero pose. I like to use a block. So if you have a block, you can sit on that block and arrive in your comfortable seat. Take your hands just gently on your lap, palms facing down, and slide your hands up towards your hip crease. Take a moment to acknowledge the fact that you came and you showed up for yourself today and practice yoga with weights with me. And you gave yourself this time of movement, which is always so important to do. As we move in our practice, things shift and change, and that's normal for life too. It's kind of a metaphor. We advance in our practice, and sometimes things happen and we slow down, and then we advance and then we slow down. But I think the most important thing is to just be consistent and to continue to show up for yourself. Give yourself time and the space to move and breathe. It's so important. So I hope you enjoyed this class. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and I will continue to upload some videos. And if you'd like to practice with me in real time via Zoom, I do offer classes every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. and I will link that information below. And I wish you all the best. As always, love and light. Namaste.